Here we go, right? Yeah, my Real Madrid is playing. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money, and so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Yeah, it's a little bit dark, but hey, everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, yeah, you already know, right? I try to tell you, but well, it is what it is, okay? First, we are going to look at a 24 hours market performance, okay? After that, we will check out prices in details. And right after that, we will check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But guys, before we do that, let me set this down. Nice coffee. No, I gotta drink it some more. It tastes very good with my Maxi mug. But anyways, guys, life, guys, okay, is about choices. Life is about choices. Whatever your future looks like, some people usually say, yeah, you are destined. Your destiny is already written. To some extent, I don't think so. I think you are given the choices to forge your own destiny. That's what I believe. I don't think God just say, you know what, no matter what you do, you're going to end up this way. No matter what you do. I don't think so. Okay, I believe Amadioha gives you choices. The choices which going to shape what you are going to be in that future. We are all equal, okay? We start, although sometimes, like I said, some of us are given some kind of tools. Others are given different tools. Some people are born on earth with already wealth and everything, right? Others, like you and me, we are born with a wooden spoon. It's up to you. Do you want to die holding that wooden spoon? Or before that day reach, do you want to turn that wooden spoon into a golden spoon? It's up to you. It's different choices. Now, a lot of you will be saying, okay, what do I mean? Why all of a sudden I'm talking about this, okay? But it came to my attention, okay? That's why, excuse me. There you go. It came to my attention. That's why I'm talking about this today. To be a millionaire is not easy, okay? For those of us, like I said the other day, I never cheated. I'm playing with the cards that life dealt me. You know, I got tired of waiting, people promising me, hey, you can get the grand pearl. So guess what? Fuck that. I'm going to get it myself. I'm tired of waiting for your promises. I'm going to get it myself. So, yeah, when you start thinking that way, you start to realize there is not many millionaires in this world because the choices that people make. That is why. You have a 9 to 5, just like me right now. I have a 9 to 5. But some people would rather drink a case of beers after work. That makes them happy to go to sleep drunk, they're fine. Others would rather go get some weeds and use their hard-earned money to buy some weed, which again is okay. It's their money. They can do whatever they want to do with it. Others would rather go to a casino and spend it on blackjack or whatever you want to call it. Me, on the other side, I'm investing my money. So yeah, we all have the same situations, but I'm investing my money, which means like time now forward, okay? Let's just say 5 years to the from now, we'll take back and look. I invested my money and I'm sitting on a pile of wealth. You who bought beer every day and wasted your money on beer, you're still gonna be like looking around trying to buy more beer, complaining about life. The other one with weed, only God knows where it's gonna be. Okay, only God knows where you're gonna be with that. So yeah, you have those choices. The choices are there. and you have to manage. You have to know, what do you want to do? If you don't have it, like I said, many times I've said it here, like, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Okay, that is the easiest way about it. Now, if you apply that logic to the things that is going on right now, like for example, I do remember last bear market when Kaspa was pumping, everybody and their grandmama thought Kaspa was the best thing that ever happened to mankind since the invention of the circle. Everybody and their grandmama. So yeah, the risk is there. Now Kaspa's price is not booming like everybody thought it would, because guess what? 99.9% of people are busy chasing green candles. Okay, what do you see? Even those that cover Kaspa on the daily basis, they have stopped doing it. Because again, the choices are there. I don't do this YouTube channel for the views. I don't do that. The reason I do this is to try to find like-minded individuals like me. Like I told you, listen, you can, if you are the person that goes to the gym, try to gain muscles or try to lose weight, whatever you are trying to do at the gym, you can achieve that by yourself. That nobody doubts that. But if you join a group of people that go to the gym, trust me, you will achieve gaining those muscles faster than you would have done it by yourself. It's the same thing right now. Okay, I'm here trying to be rich. I'm trying to go from 0 to a millionaire status. I could hustle myself by myself like I'm doing right now, 9 to 5. I have this business here, I have this over there, my record level, blah, 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 all by myself. Yes, I'm going to get there. But if I have everybody, you guys don't understand. Sometimes I wake up every morning and I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like doing it. Sometimes every 2 weeks when I buy my Kaspa, sometimes I look at my money and I go like, yeah, I don't feel like buying Kaspa now. You know, maybe I should put this money to do something else. Maybe I should buy me a pair of shoes or something. But I remember, I'm in my millionaire journey. I got a lot of people watching this. I got a lot of people who I'm trying to prove that, listen, you can go from 0 to a millionaire status. I got a lot of people who are like, I want to encourage them, being like, hey, it is possible. There is no limits to what you can do. It is possible. And I look at that money and I go, yeah, Kaspa it is. I buy Kaspa. There's no limits. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your situation. It doesn't matter how much you make. You can go from 0 to a millionaire status. Everything is right in here. It's right in there. Everything is right at the choices that you make. It's right in there. The choices you make. For example, again, I'll give you, we're working. Some people would rather go to a restaurant every Friday evening, go and have a good time. There's nothing wrong with having a good time. Okay, if you want to, that's what you want to do. You go get you a steak that costs you $80 or $100 steak. Eat, enjoy yourself, and call it a day. That's the way you look at it. The way I look at it is different. $80 right now. I can get the steak, eat, a couple of hours later, visit my my in-laws, visit my in-laws, and everything out. You know what I mean. You go to the toilet and then shit everything out. $80 gone. Or I could go to Walmart, buy the same steak for $20, cook it for myself, enjoy it at home, and take $60, invest it. See? Same $80, two different people, two different outcomes. Therefore, now I have $60 I have invested, which, let's give it a couple of time, let's say a couple of years later, that $60 could now buy me 50 steaks or 100 steaks. You understand? So yeah, it is something that most people are not looking at it. Nobody's paying attention to it. But yet, we all want to be rich. Like I said, when Kaspa was running, there is, if you put in Kaspa on YouTube, thousands of videos will go out. Okay, most of those guys, they were doing it for the views. Most of those guys did not even take the time to research and try to look at it. They didn't. Now that you know what, the price is not doing what they thought it will, which again, if everybody had taken their time to research Kaspa, they will not be in a surprise mode right now about why Kaspa is not moving. And just like I've been telling you here so many times, price action is not going to come right now because one, macroeconomy, like I said, macroeconomy will control this bull run. This week we are right now is very critical. Now we have Tuesday. Watch out for Tuesday, because I told you 29th of this month is the make or break of the crypto bull run. The 29th of this month. So starting this week, Monday, start watching the market before we get to the 29th. And again, most people are not going to pay attention. Everybody's going to be looking everywhere else. Everybody's going to be doing this. Oh, they say they're going to give us 3 rate cuts. They're going, and again, you can see like this, a lot of these, what you call them, content creators, what I've been talking about here for months, they have now started to, wake up. Remember when I was telling you guys, U.S. pegging stable coins to their treasury, US buying back their own bonds. Now you start to see like big YouTubers start to talk about it. How do I know? Because I did my research. How do I know? Why did I do my research? Because the choices that I'm planning on making by buying Kaspa, by looking at quant, knowing that, listen, right now is the time I have to make my bed. Okay, you know what, some people, you don't believe it, let me show you something right quick. Let me show you, give me a quick second. You guys know this guy, right? This is Lark. You know this guy. The same thing I was telling you guys a couple of videos ago. Now is when he discovered it. Watch this.
Is doing something you almost never see. It's buying back its own debt through something called treasury buybacks. Cool and normal, right? Well, and look, it's not just a little bit at a time, but it's happening at an accelerating rate. We're talking about $138 billion in treasuries so far this year, almost double last year's entire total. But with the national debt now over $37 trillion, these...
See, that's what I was telling you. They are not going to print money. They're not. They already printed the money. So here, watch.
Backs are never going to be enough to wipe it all out. So the real question is, why are they even doing it? Why would the world's biggest bond market, supposedly the safest and most liquid one on the planet, need its own government to step in as a buyer? It's a good question. So let's talk about it, because the answer is more shocking than most people realize, and it has massive implications. So let's start here by unpacking what is going on below the surface in the U.S. bond market. I'm just thinking, oh, bonds, boring, boo! I know, but this is one of the biggest markets in the world. And the U.S. bond market is critically important to global liquidity and really everything oiling the system. The U.S. Treasury acts as the government's banker, so when the government wants more money to do more things, the Treasury raises more money by issuing more bonds, basically an IOU, with the promise to pay back the investors who buy the bonds. Because your tax dollars are not enough to fund everything the government wants and needs to pay for. But
see, like I told you, okay? I told you, this is exactly what they do. Uncle Sam always pays. And all of you who think that the money is going to trickle into Bitcoin with what is looming on the corner, you are in for a surprise. Big surprise.
This year alone, the Treasury has already bought back, again, $138 billion worth of its own bonds, and the year is not even over yet. They've done this on behalf of the government. In June, they ran the single biggest buyback ever in history, with the Treasury buying back.
You remember? I was telling you they're doing this. You remember when the Bank of Japan did this? I think it was April. And I was telling you, watch, Bitcoin is going to crash. Bitcoin is going to crash, because guess what? The government is going to That's when the trade war was taking place. The government was going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And I told you, watch, China, everybody else, dumping the U.S. bonds. And the U.S. is buying back their bonds. And nobody paid attention to it. You see? I told you. And right now, you will understand why I'm telling you, pay attention to this month of September. You will understand.
$1 billion in U.S. bonds from investors on one single day. But here's the red flag. Investors were already lining up to dump $29 billion worth of bonds on the open market. That's almost 7 times more than the Treasury was actually willing to buy back. So why would investors be so desperate?
So now you have it. So the dumping, they're trying to dethrone the US dollar. The more bonds they dump, the less value the US has, the US dollars have. But hey, what most people are not paying attention is the stable coins getting pegged to the US Treasury bonds. That is the trump card that our good magician, Trumpicius Magicius, has hidden in his sleeve. Okay, let's continue, please.
Now, well, we'll get to that and why it's happening later, but first, let's talk about the different types of bonds because it's critical to understand the situation. Not all bonds are created equal. You have short-term Treasury bills, which mature within less than a year.
Yeah, we don't need to hear this. I'm going to just fast forward it and I will go to the important part of things, okay?
It just keeps going up with the deficit growing by $92 billion in the past year to $2 trillion in total. It means the government has a $2 trillion hole every year. Despite Trump's tariffs increasing revenue, okay, it's still a massive hole. So if the US government isn't actually reducing its debt with these buybacks, then what the heck is happening? Well, the Treasury is for the most part paying back long-term bondholders that won't mature for decades by using short-term Treasury bills with shorter maturity dates. So what's actually happening is the US government is repaying its long-term debt with short-term debt. And that might save a little on interest because short-term bonds have a lower interest rate, but it's still just moving deck chairs around the Titanic. It's not actually shrinking the debt. So if it's not about paying down the debt, well, why go through all this effort with the buybacks? Because whilst the US stock market is currently hitting new all-time highs, the US bond market has been in its greatest bond bear market of all time. Since 2020, at least on the long-term duration side, where investors are increasingly refusing to fund.
See, that's what I told you. We were supposed to be in a recession back in 2020. But the problem was that I think the government created COVID, okay? I think the government created COVID and this, it kind of kicked it kicked the can down the road. Okay, but they did not solve the problem. Now, all those issues have piled up. Stock market is high, but the Treasury bonds value is the lowest. So right now, printing money is not the option that we are going to need. Because if you print money, you are going to devaluate. When I say devaluate, you're going to fuck up the US economy. And right now, I will say it over and over again. The US dollar, with people trying to throw it off the table, like the BRICS, which includes China, Russia, and the rest of them trying to do their little magic tricks, we cannot afford to weaken the dollar, okay? But anyways, let's continue, please.
The deficits, there's problems. If there's problems in the U.S. bond market, eventually it's going to spill over to everything. So it's fair to say the U.S. bond market is experiencing significant stress, which if you look at the stock market, you may not see that, but the stock market strength is just painting over the cracks of the bond market. Long-term yields have jumped with the 30-year Treasury reaching 4.83%.
Oh, you see? That's why I've been saying the same thing. They might try to make it look bullish, but it's not. So those of you who's talking about 2026 and blah blah blah, you are in for a surprise. You are you are in for the biggest surprise of your life, okay?
In April, marking its largest 3-day increase since 1982. Remember, bond yields and bond values are inversely correlated, so when yields spike, value drops. Most people watch the stock market, but the real danger is in the bond market. Credit rating agency Moody's already downgraded U.S. debt earlier this year, meaning that it is becoming riskier to own U.S. bonds. Now, it wasn't a big downgrade, but a downgrade nevertheless. That means investors now want higher returns for lending their money to the U.S. government. It's a vicious cycle. The more debt America issues, the more expensive it becomes to borrow, and of course servicing the debt is horrific, and all of this pushes borrowing costs up across the board. So this isn't about just paying off debt or refinancing to more favorable interest rates. This is about the US government stepping in to try to get some water out of the ship before it all sinks. They need to stabilize the bond market and provide liquidity to boost investor confidence. It's all a bunch of bullshit, isn't it? But by doing so, the government is essentially creating the illusion of demand when the real buyers aren't there. The emperor has no clothes. It's all bullshit. The central bank monetary experiment is bullshit. Without interventions, yields in these bonds may be significantly...
You see, they are giving you the illusion of printing money with these rate cuts. It's not what you think. It is. That's what I'm telling you. Pay attention to this month of September. The markets are going to run. It usually, after they cut the rates, usually take 46 weeks. So the market's going to take off this September. Yeah, we never know. Because again, I keep saying the market makers, those little bastards, they're always trying to exit before anybody else. But start paying attention. I have my eyes on the 29th. Because we don't know what the market makers are going to do. Okay? But anyway, let's keep on listening, please.
Raising concerns about the long-term sustainability of U.S. borrowing and growing deficits. And that sends a damning message to the rest of the world. The world's largest bond could no longer function without significant government intervention. And a bond market that needs significant government intervention, this constant lifeline, is walking on thin ice. Now, Bloomberg's Government Bond Liquidity Index hit a record of 6.5 points in July, signaling liquidity is now worse for the U.S. bond market than during the 2008 financial crisis. Yikes. This sharp decline in liquidity is primarily due to increased government spending.
See, I told you. This is worse than the 2008. When that shit hits the fan, people who are ready, we're going to make a lot of money. Those who are not ready, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
In the US and in Japan, without the US Treasury buyback scheme, the cracks in the system would be much more significant than they are right now. These buybacks are kind of what's keeping the party going right now. Investors can no longer take treasuries for granted as a safe asset, but the US government can't afford a further sell-off. China, of course, is already trimming its holdings of US treasuries to a 16-year low. They saw what happened to Russia, right? With all their bonds being built, hundreds of billions of dollars of bonds being froze up. China doesn't want to be next to be targeted by the whims of the US government. And that's why the Fed has finally been forced to cut rates into stagflation to support the treasury and providing liquidity into the markets. But these measures can only buy time. They don't address the underlying issue. And that's why we own Bitcoin. You know I was going to talk about Bitcoin at some point.
I know he was going to add Bitcoin to that, man. These guys, I know he was going to do it. Okay, I know he was going to do it.
It was true. The fiat system is a giant flaming dumpster. It always has been, and it's only getting worse.
But anyways, yeah, the issue here, again, like I said, we are sitting in a system, okay, which the choices you make right now will affect your future. What most people are not talking about, like, is that, yeah, the U.S. is about to make that debt disappear. Most people don't see it. They did it before. You remember when they went from the gold standard to the US dollar standard? That's what happened. They made the debt disappear. They're about to do it again. Now, we sit here, everybody looking left and right. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen or how this or how that. But the problem is, when you make those choices, okay, those choices are going to point you in the right direction. I told you, there's not many millionaires on earth because most people don't have that patience. Most people make the different choices. Okay, that's what happened. Right now we are looking at the financial institution. We are looking at what's going on behind the curtains. Everybody and their grandmama, like I said, rate cuts, yay, happily, blah blah blah. But you don't know why. Why are the rate cuts? What is the effect it's going to have? Depending on when you do your research and you find out the effects that the rate cuts are going to have, then you will start making choices based on that. I told you, we're going to digital. Banking is going on blockchain. And everybody and their grandmama, you see what he said at the end of the video, oh, Bitcoin. But what him and a lot of Bitcoin maxis are not telling you is Bitcoin deficiencies, the faults that Bitcoin has. Hash rates, mining. The Bitcoin, if it is not used as a means of exchange, it is going to die. There it comes. You start right there looking at Kaspa. Even Kaspa's emission being aggressive and fast, guess what? Kaspa is being used as a means of exchange. You already seen the transaction volume. Kaspa is doing more transaction. Like I told you yesterday, it's doing more transaction than the top 10 combined. Right? And this is a chain without smart contracts, without tier ones, without ecosystem, just Kaspa as money itself. You see? It is coming. So yeah, I'm here to tell you, you can achieve it. You can become a millionaire. It is up to you right in here. It is the choices that you make that determine what your destiny, what your future is going to be. Like I said, I am bent, okay? I am bent on making sure that a millionaire family comes out of me. I did not come from a millionaire family. The choices I make today are what is going to make sure that that vision comes through. I'm grooming my kid. I'm teaching my kid. Therefore, when I leave, he's going to carry on grooming my grandkid and my great-grandkids and so on and so forth. Before you know it, people will remember. That's what I like about these videos. Who knows where YouTube is going to be in 1,000 years? Who knows? Maybe somebody will stumble onto this. They'll be like, hey, that was your great whatever grandfather. That was him. He started this thing, and look at where we are today. So yeah, everybody gets choices. Everybody gets opportunities. The only question here is, what do you do with those choices? What do you do with those opportunities? Everybody's running away right now from Kaspa. Oh, he's not running. Oh, he's not doing this. Oh, he's not blah, blah, blah. You remember when Bitcoin started? I told you, history does not repeat, but it rhymes. Most people don't understand that phrase. I will explain to you how I understand it. Okay? History does not repeat. Okay? Because Kaspa is not Bitcoin. But it rhymes. It rhymes meaning, did you see how Bitcoin went from 0.00 whatever it was to 120,000? Okay? What was the situation then compared to the situation now? Now everybody and their grandmama understand that they can make money with crypto. And trust me, right now everybody talking crap about Kaspa or Quant, that oh, price is not doing this, price is not doing that. Watch. This month, we're getting smart contracts. Watch, once Kaspa crosses that 20 cents mark, it's on. And we're not far from it. I'm telling you, there's like short term, we are going to make money. Long term, the destiny that we are creating, that we are building, curving, and shaping, that destiny we are shaping. Time will come, we will look back and be like, wow, I really did it. It's like, how many of you remember your high school days? Do you still remember them? Someone like me, I sit here today as a process engineer, and I look at my high school days and I go, wow, I really did it. You understand? I really did it. So yeah, life is about a bunch of choices. Your future is not written in stones. Your future depends on the choices that you make today. You want to become a multi-millionaire? The choices are there today. The same means of becoming a multi-millionaire are in front of you today. You could choose to go get into gold. You could choose to get into Bitcoin. You could choose to get into a business, whatever you want to do. But what we do here in my millionaire journey, we try to find those things that are going to get us from A to B faster. You can play the lottery. I do play the lottery. You never know, right? because the odds or the percentage of me winning the lottery is not zero. It's not. It's more than zero. That's why I play the lottery. Who knows? I might wake up tomorrow and I'm a winner. But again, you have other means. You do have Kaspa right now. Like I said, we've seen what happened to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Sui, the Raccoon, Cardano. We've seen everything that happened to them. History does not repeat, but it rhymes. Which means when it comes to Kaspa, this thing is going to be 10 times or even 1,000 times more than what happened to the mentioned coins that I just did. Okay, more than that. So the choice is in front of you. Are you going to invest in Quant, Kaspa, and all that right now? Or are you going to be among those people that will look at Kaspa at $10 or $100 and be like, God damn it, I missed it. Just like a lot of people are doing today with Bitcoin. I am included in them. I do hold 30 Bitcoins, but when I look at what I would have had it been I got into Bitcoin when I first learned about it, it's like I want to hit my head on the wall. Because trust me, I knew about Bitcoin when it was less than $1. I knew about it. See? Choices. The choices you make determine your destiny, determine your future. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You are not different. You are not. There's nothing special about those of them who are multimillionaires today. It's just the choices they made in the past. It's just the choices their parents, their people made in the past. That's all it is. It's all about choices. So are you going to sit in the middle of a river and let soap get into your eyes? Or are you going to take the opportunity? We are different, but we all have the same opportunities. Don't look at what I'm doing. Make up your own mind. What do you want? Make up your choices. That's all. That is all this thing you're looking at. That is the only thing. The ultimate goal is becoming a multi-millionaire from zero. Only a few people will take the chance. Are you among them? I know, like I said, a lot of people stop talking about Kaspa, but I'm here every day talking about Kaspa, showing you that, yeah, that money you're looking for, right there. All you have to do is buy, hodl, and sit tight. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm only televising what I am doing. Now it's up to you if you want to do the same or if you want to let it slide. It's up to you. Okay? But anyways, yeah, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. Like again, like I told you, that does not surprise me because I told you macroeconomic is going to control it. But yet, still watch out for this month. Still watch out. Okay, so yeah, let's look at crypto bubbles. Crypto bubbles right here. See what's going on today, because again, everybody and their grandmama telling you, yeah, money's going to trickle down. Money's not going to trickle down. Bitcoin runs, all coins run. That's what you see. Okay. And those of you, I told you, stay away from this thing, MYX. I told you, right? Stay away from it. Let's say, oh well, this the same thing goes with this one, this World Liberty Finance. Stay away from these things. They are gone. Well, you will find out. Okay, so let's start first with King Kaspa, KAS. What do we have here? For the past hour, 1.2% up, okay? 1.8% down on the day, 4.1% down on the week, 11.1% down on the month, and 51.5% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $2.17 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $37.50 million. We look at Quant, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. What do we have here? 0.7% up the last hour, 0.8% down on the day, 5.1% down on the week, 11.4% down on the month, and 27.1% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.42 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $14.31 million. We look at Cubic, high risk, high rewards. Okay, now do we have here 1.8% up the last hour, 4.4% down on the day. On the week, we are down 16.5%, 33% down on the month, and 0.2% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $223.97 million and the 24 hours volume traded at $5.41 million. Now we look at Jasmine, the Japanese Bitcoin, which again, you already know. If it is doing this, Bitcoin is also doing the same. So we have here 0.7% up the last hour, 0.9% down on the day, 4.7% down on the week, 15% down on the month, and 33% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $681 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $15.76 million. Okay, now we go look at Jonathan Spetoro, the orange guy, Bitcoin. See, this is why on the hourly everything is started to take off. Did you see it? The last hour the market is running because Bitcoin is going up in the last hour. Money is not going to trickle down. Money follows Bitcoin. That's what it is. Okay, Bitcoin goes up, market goes up. Bitcoin drops, market drops. So as you can see, for the last hour, Bitcoin is up 0.1%. Okay, we're down 0.1% too on the day, laying flat on the week, 1% down on the month, and 83% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $2.30 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $18.84 billion. That's why, like I said, see, the last hour, Bitcoin is moving. Look at the markets on the last hour. If you go on the day, Bitcoin is down on the day. Look at the market on the day. Bitcoin is down on the week. Look at the market on the week. So yeah, again, all of you thinking about it, and it's, well, you are in for a surprise. That's all I can tell you. You're in for a surprise. Pay attention to this month. After rate cuts, market usually run 4 to 6 weeks. That's what usually happens. But now we don't know how fast or how slow it's going to happen, because again, I'm still telling you, Bitcoin is eyeing that $140,000 to $160,000. We don't know how fast it's going to happen because these market makers, they are not stupid. That's all I can tell you. Okay, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at prices in details, although there is no point, but hey, we like to look at that every day. Just a quick overview of what's going on there. Look at the Dixie is going up. Look at Bitcoin going down. Okay, that's the correlation we want to see. Okay, now let's go with Kaspa. You see here, you guys remember yesterday I was showing you this. Now a lot of people say, yeah, look at that as an inverse head and shoulders, which means they're expecting Kaspa to drop. Okay, they're expecting Kaspa to drop, and I'm saying no, guys, it's not an inverse head and shoulder. It is a big W getting formed. If you do take my arrow, come on, drop this out. If you do take my arrow, let's put it here. See, this is 1 came down, 2 came down. Now we are waiting for this to go back up. Maybe my arrow is not showing it right. Let me take my pencil. Okay, see, like 1, 2, and now we're waiting for this. That's what we're waiting for to see it happen, and it's going to happen faster than a lot of you think. Okay, because one, you can tell by just looking at smart contracts what they say about smart contracts. Okay, why did this thing move? They're supposed to be down here. Ah, man, I hate when it does this. Okay, they're supposed to be down here. Let me fix it. Excuse me for a second. Let me fix not the daily. I think the 4 hours should do better. Let me fix that. Come on. I'm trying to put the resistance correctly, but it's not. But anyways, what you can see right here is this. Okay, you can see normally, like I usually tell you guys, once an asset breaks out, it usually come back for a retest. Okay, this was all resistance. You couldn't break it. Now it broke out, it usually come back for a retest, and then up we went. We use previous resistance to be turned into support. That's what you're about to see. Okay, so for me, I'm sitting tight. I don't care about what price is doing. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to buy more today or sometime this week once my 2 weeks buying day comes. But I'm looking at the price. I like, yeah, I think it's about to start running. I think I'm supposed to get in right quick. Okay, now If you look at it on the daily, you will also see the same thing. There's no need to panic. See, it just broke out and it's coming back to retest. That's what is happening. Price targets are still the same. I told you we're just going to rush this thing because right now Bitcoin is doing its thing. Any kind of TA you try to do right now is not going to help. Okay, because Bitcoin starts to run, these things is going to run too. So right now price targets are still the same. We still have that big resistance at 12 cents. Then you have 15 cents. After that 18, followed by 19 cents. Then all-time high and price discovery. With smart contracts coming, there's going to be a lot of bullish momentum that is going to take over Kaspa as we speak. I don't know. You can sit there and cry about it. That's your problem. I think, like I said, short term, we about to make us money with Kaspa. Long terms, I will become a multi-millionaire, and you will see. Okay, so now if you look at QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. Now we got this situation going on. Okay, the same thing with Kaspa. Major resistance that Quant is see, if you put a line, you can put a line right here and you will see it. It's a resistance that Quant is facing right now due to Bitcoin doing his thing. Everybody needs to chill. Instead of you being over there losing money, putting stop losses, doing this and that, you are going to lose even more if you don't pay attention. Like you can see right now, see, it is just, man, it is just a resistance. We need to break it, okay? This resistance you see right here is a resistance. Once Bitcoin start to take off, which again, I'm telling you, between tomorrow and Tuesday, watch out for the Bitcoin price because we are getting closer and closer to that 29th. Watch out for Bitcoin price because once Bitcoin breaks out, all this you're looking at right now will be called garbage. You're just, that's why I'm saying, like, doing a TA right now will not help you in anything. Normally, again, Quant broke out, came back, retested, and right now we are in a bull flag waiting to break out. Price targets are still the same. Okay, 125 is the first resistance. After that, you do have 151, then 164, followed by 176. Once we break that, there is no resistance, okay? There is no resistance between 176 to 230. You break that, then you'll be looking at all-time high, then price discovery. Just sit tight and watch. I'm watching the macroeconomic, guys. That's what I'm telling you. There is no point you trying to time it right now. Just watch what the Dix is doing. Watch what our good friend, okay, our good friend Magicius, Trumpicius Magicius, what they're going to be doing. That will determine a lot. Okay, now let's skip Jasmine and go straight to Bitcoin. Let's say BTC USDT. This one right here. See, same thing. There is no need to panic because when you just looking at this chart right now, what do you see? What do you see? It's going to be a continuation because what I look at is forming a diamond pattern. A diamond pattern, which is, if you take a trend line, okay, look at this right quick. You take a trend line, put it there, okay? We're gonna take another trend line. I don't feel like fighting with the phone, so I'll take another trend line. Okay, you take it there. The next one, take another one there. Okay, and you take the next one because it's a resistance on top of that Bitcoin cannot break right there. See, it forms a diamond right now. Watch this. Let's go on the 4-hourly. I think it will work. Okay, you go on the 4-hourly. Let's zoom it out so you can see it. See, now if you take another last trend line, because we are trying to find out what is the potential target for this price. Take a trend line from the bottom to where it got into the diamond pattern. It's not going to be clear because I'm using my phone. Now we grab this and put it on a potential breakout, whatever it breaks out. Okay, now let's go look at where this price target could take Bitcoin. Let's go on the weekly. come on. Trying to zoom it out. Trying to zoom it out. Come on, move this over here. Okay. Like I said, it is going to blow. People are not paying attention to it, which is okay. That is when you want to make your move. Now, if you look, this takes it to 124. See? 124, the last all-time high that we got. 124. Then, bam, price discovery begins. Which again, I keep telling you, Bitcoin is looking to hit 140 to 160,000. And once that start to happen, Jasmine, Quant, Kaspa, everything and their grandmama is going to run. So right now, it's just a time for me to sit. I'm a long-term trader. I don't really look at the price market today. I don't care. So anyways, now, let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. Like I always say, please do not get into leverage positions if you don't have experience, because that is the easiest way for you to lose your money. Okay, Reg City don't care about you. Trust me, they usually have a space for one more. Reg City always have a space for one more. You can take your entire family, they're still going to accommodate them too. But don't say I did not warn you. So yeah, if you want to learn how to leverage trade, it's going to be a trial and error. That's how I learned. So you can go down below. I do have the links. Bydfi, which I do recommend for beginners. Margex, Phemex, and Wix Exchange. Okay, follow those links, sign up. You are going to get free money after you meet their deposit requirements. After you meet them, they give you free money. Please take a little amount, $50, $100, whatever. Take it out and practice. If you can turn $50 into $100, or if you can turn $20 into $50, then you are ready. Okay, don't just try to trade with big money, because you are going to lose it. And trust me, they will welcome you with open arms in Reg City. Okay, they will. Now, for those of you who want to learn how to trade stocks, ETFs, and all that stuff, or for yourself, or you want to teach your children, like I'm doing, I'm teaching my son. The link below, there is Acorn. Acorn, you sign up. You don't need to meet no deposit of a requirement. All you have to do is follow the link below, sign up, and they will give you $5. $5, yeah, you can start your journey with that. Okay? Anyways, now, let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. First, we're going to start with Bydfi, which I do recommend for everybody. There, I am trading King Kaspa, and I am also trading Quant. My overall today, as you can see, is still sitting at $10,000. Okay, 10,400 to be approximate. If you guys can see the graph, look at the graph. I'm telling you, long term, we want to make the money. So yeah, see, it's a staircase. It's going up easily, slowly, but we're going. Okay, now if you look at the contracts, you will see that here on my Kaspa, I am still down. Whoa, we went even lower. We are down 57%, which is $5,100 approximately. And on my Quant, I am down 9%, which is $983 approximately. Okay, you can pause it and you can look at my numbers if that's what you are interested in doing. Now then we go into Phemex. Okay, excuse me. In Phemex, I am trading King Kaspa and the Japanese Bitcoin. My overall today is sitting at $7,400, as you guys can see, approximately. And if you look at my contracts, come on, close this. You will see that here on my Kaspa, I am down 10%, which is $438 approximately. And on my Jasmine, I am down 75%. It seems like this thing doesn't want to move yet. It's just the same place, okay, which is $8,200 approximately. Okay, that's where we are right now. So yeah, you can pause it and you can look at it if that's what you're interested in doing. Okay, so now we go to last but not the least, Wix Exchange. On Wix, I am trading King Kaspa, and I'm in a competition using Quant. My overall today is sitting at $4,000 approximately. Okay, and you can look at my contracts. You will see that here on my Quant, I am up $635 approximately. Okay, and you can also look at my Kaspa, which I am up $45 approximately. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, like I said, here, you guys can do whatever you want to do with your money. But I'm a long-term trader, and what I'm trying to get is maximum gains. I don't do day trading. That's a lot of headaches. Now, let's go look at the Acorn, which again is my son's account, but I do that. I look at it every day just to track it. Okay, I want to see his progress. Now, as you guys can see, the markets are closed on the weekend. So yeah, it's not going to show you much until we get to Monday. But anyways, as you guys can see, he's overall still sitting at $215. He's doing pretty good. And if you look at his portfolio, you can also see that here, yeah, he's up 2.73%. That's really good. Okay, so you look at stocks and ETFs, he has $172 in it, and then bonds, and he has $42 in it. And we are investing in S&P 500, IJH, IJR, and IXUS. And then if you look at the bonds, we only have ISTB and AGG. And the AGG is something that since it's the US aggregate bonds, it's like long term. Okay, so yeah, that is what we're trying to get into, and he will keep hedging into it slowly and slowly and slowly until he gets there. My hope is that by the time he is 20 years old, he will be financially free. That's my hope. Okay, let's just see where that is going to go, because right now, not just only Acorn, for all my kids, I do have at least 20,000 Kaspas set aside for each of them. Okay, so yeah, that's what we are. Anyways, guys, again, everything, if anybody tells you, yeah, your destiny is already written, that ain't true. It's not. The choices you make today will carve out your destiny. You want to be rich? Depends on the choices you make today. Does not depend on any mambo jumbo anybody else tells you. Everybody is giving the same choices. The difference is how you use your choices, what you do with that, with those opportunities. Everybody's giving the same opportunity. Kaspa is right in front of you and me. The difference is, what do you do about it? Quant is in front of you and me. The difference is, what do you do about it? The choices you make, right? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I am trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers, okay? Also, don't forget to like and comment. I am very interested in knowing what you think about everything that we talk about today. And also, don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. You never know what you're going to learn from a stranger, right? Yeah, I need to oops, ouch, sorry about that. This is my KS0 Ultras. I kind of messed up the charging port, so I need to take it apart and see if I can fix it myself. You know, give me an opportunity in learning. I do have a bunch of my miners, my KS0 Ultra and KS0 Pros, 3 of them, like the same thing happened. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on them. Anyways, guys, until I see you in my next one, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye bye.